After a year of market volatility, investors need advisors more than ever. Joined today by Walt Bettinger of Schwab. Welcome.
Thanks, Matt. It's great to be here with you.
So walk me through, what are some of the challenges facing investors today?
Well, investing is complicated, right? I mean, we want to try to make it seem simple, but it is complicated. And what investors don't need is to have it further complicated by not knowing whether the person offering them advice has their best interests at heart or is there to maybe sell a product. And what independent investment advisors bring is that fiduciary position where the client knows that that advisor sits on the same side of the table as them. To me, that's the power of the independent model, and it's why of course, it's been such a fast-growing part of the industry.
So do investors really understand this whole concept of fiduciary? Is it important to them?
I think they're starting to. We can do more. We can certainly do more, but they're starting to understand. As I've said, this is a $4 trillion industry. It's still the best kept secret in financial services. We need to do more at Schwab. All of us need to do more to make sure that consumers are educated. But when they do understand the difference, independent investment advisors win on a regular basis when they're in competition.
So talk to me, what can advisors do to help investors right now? You know, beyond being a fiduciary, what can they be doing right now?
Well, you've got to have a long-term plan, right? You don't want to be reacting to what's going on in the market today, this week, this month, this year. And what advisors do really well is they work with clients to design a long-term strategy based on their goals and then stick to it. In many ways, the worst thing that investors do is they overreact to near-term environment and get themselves off track. Advisors play almost that psychiatrist type of role to keep them on the path that they should be to meet their goals.
Now that's a lot easier said than done, keeping folks on track. What can advisors do to help?
Well, I think it starts with trust and relationship, right? I mean, all relationships at their core that are successful are based on trust. And trust is usually based on alignment of interests. And going back to the fiduciary position, when you are that fiduciary, the client knows that your interests are the ones put at the forefront. And I think having that trust, having that relationship means that the client can listen carefully, take the emotion out of it during these volatile times, and believe in their advisor's recommendations.
Now, relationship is what these advisors are saying makes them stand out from the robos. I know you guys have done some great things with the robo platform. Talk to me a little bit about it and ultimately how advisors are still able to stand out with that relationship.
Well, let's talk about a couple different aspects of digital advice. So the vast majority of investors are looking for something beyond just going to a website, getting asset allocation, tax loss harvesting, no matter how slick it is. And ours is pretty slick, some other ones are pretty nice too. But most investors need more than that. They need that guiding hand, particularly in difficult times and volatile times. They want that professional, that person they can trust. Now there's a percentage of investors, I would say primarily people that are historically self-directed. They may be entirely comfortable going to a website, using a digital advice type of solution. But even then, for example, with ours at Schwab, we make available live accredited professionals 24/7, 365. I just don't believe that online is enough without access to a live person who can help you through those more challenging times.
Talk to me, what's next? What's kind of your timeline for innovation, both 2016 and beyond?
Well, when we think about what we've done with institutional intelligent portfolios, the program for advisors, we've taken a powerful engine and we've just made the first couple of steps. So advisors can create customized ETF-based portfolios. I think down the line you'll see mutual funds built in and maybe even individual securities, as well as a whole series of other enhancements that we're introducing now, such as the ability to bring in positions, not just cash, the ability for an RIA firm to have multiple different models, as many RIA firms today are actually a combination of firms and they need more than one model. And so you'll see many of those things coming out, some already now, some over the next year or two.
It's incredible. I think there's a great opportunity there for advisors and a great way to integrate all these pieces together.
It's remarkable that in 1 year we've gone from half advisors saying that they could see room for digital advice in their practice, today almost 3/4.
Wow.
I imagine, Matt, if you and I are sitting down a year from now, that number is going to be quite a bit even higher.
Well, Walt, sounds like there's some incredible innovations ahead. Thanks so much for taking some time to join us.
Well, I'm grateful to be here, and thanks to Investment News for your sponsorship and participation.
Excellent. For Investment News, I'm Matt Ackerman.